Thank you. Well, my question's for Katie Lou. I wanted to know, what do you feel like has been the Phantom's biggest strength this season, and how do you keep the momentum going?
I mean, honestly, our biggest strength has been our adaptability through different lineups, different people in and out each game. And, we're really figuring out how to play through BG, which I think is a big advantage for us. I don't think there's anyone that can really match up with her. So we're going to continue to utilize that.
Thank you, Katie Lou.
Here we go, Jackie.
Hi, Katie Lou. Thanks so much for taking the time. Now that you've been here for, I guess, around a month, I guess what I'm curious about is what has Unrivaled helped you with the most when it comes to your skill development? What skills are you really feeling confident about when it comes to your development?
I think just access to training on the court and off the court. I feel like I've been trying to expand my game and play with more energy, just read the game a little bit better, whether it's screens or cutting and stuff like that. And then I've really utilized the weight room and our strength coach a lot to work on my conditioning and get in the best shape I can get into.
I appreciate that. And also, about your team, the Phantom, it was hard in the early going to get some wins. I guess how would you diagnose some of the struggles and some of the reasons why for some of the struggles?
Yeah, I think, we're trying to figure each other out and learn and adjust each game. We've kind of had a different group playing each game, and uh,
Mm.
a big thing for us is just, getting past that first kind of shock of how quick the fast pace was. And as a team, we're now getting into our groove. I think we had some shooting struggles early on that really did affect our games. And so now we're hitting more shots and hopefully making each game that we play competitive and get some more wins here.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Go, Noah.
Hi, I just had a logistical question. I know I was talking to Nafisa this week about the childcare center and just like how that's, benefited her. And I'm curious, is that something that you've used at all?
Yeah, I use every game. I actually found a babysitter through the nanny league that they provided. So the person that I have watch my daughter during the day is actually one of the people that are there every single game day. I'm actually here by myself with my daughter, so I bring her to the game and then they watch her the whole entire time for me to warm up, do what I need to do, and then I'm able to go home. So it's been a huge help. I don't know what I would be doing without having that.
Is that something that you have in the WNBA as well, like a nanny service in that same capacity, or is this different for you?
This is different. I think with the Indiana Fever, they had a nanny service during the games, and that was new that I hadn't experienced before, and I'm really grateful to them. And they have been very vocal about trying to figure out the best access they can. And I know even this upcoming season, they're making some changes to try to adjust and have the nannies be there earlier or stay longer. And so they're definitely putting their foot forward this, but I am grateful for the way that Unrivaled has had this taken care of from the start.
Awesome. Thank you.
Matthias.
Hi, Katie Lou. Hope you're doing well, first and foremost. Bouncing back to what you said a little bit about adaptability, I feel like one of your greatest skill sets is your ability to adapt and fill different lineups. And through the first couple of weeks, I feel like you've kind of been the second player in the lineup. You've been like the small ball five in some lineups. Do you feel like you've kind of found your rhythm as to what you are tasked with doing on both ends?
Yeah, for sure. I think again, like you said, I've been really trying to be whatever we need each game. I feel like I've guarded everyone that I've had to guard in the league, anyone on the court, whether it's a post, a guard, point guard, anything. And those have been my matchups throughout. And then as well as learning how to be, that, like you said, that small five. I feel like a lot of times my screening and my ability to play with the guards has gotten a lot better since being here and getting out of screens quick and just being able to read more as a post player. And it's been good for me. And I think as a team, we've figured out how that dynamic works as well.
Got you. Thank you.
I will end it there. Thanks, guys.
My question, rather, was for Coach. I wanted to know, what do you feel like has been the biggest style difference and or challenge from 5-on-5 to 3-on-3?
Um, I think everybody was learning real quick how intense it is. I mean, we've talked about this several times. It is a shorter court lengthwise, but you're just involved in every action. So I think the physical shape you have to be in to kind of be effective is important. What's also unique is 5-on-5. There's obviously a lot of 2-3 man actions. There's obviously ISO actions too, where you're off to a lot of space. You're involved in all these actions too. So it was really getting everybody on cue of reading, quickly what the defense is doing. How do we counter it? And how do we keep it moving? Because you can't leave players on an island because, there's not a ton of like ISO one-on-one, which is really what I love about this league as well. So I think it was just getting accustomed to the style of play and then the personnel. Yesterday was our first practice with our first original team roster, which was great, having Marina in there as well. And you can just see all the different skill sets from shooting to playing fast with pace with Tasha to the versatility of BG in the post and then Satu in the post and on the perimeter. So the last couple of days have been a lot of fun having our full roster.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll go Jackie.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for taking the time. Just a couple here. So, how really would you diagnose, the team's sort of up and down start to the season?
Yeah, I mean, and nothing's ideal in the sense of when you have injuries or people in and out, and that's the unique thing about this league is that it is their off season. So some people have commitments and they have to enjoy their off season to get ready for the W season. So we're obviously extremely flexible with that. We want to be here for whatever they need as far as development wise, and then the team stuff. So, but I'll be honest, when we've had the whole group together, or you have 5, it's a whole difference. You can actually play against each other. So then you're hitting offense and defense at the same time. So the last few days have been great for us. Don't love the ups and downs, but when I think we have our full roster with the personnel and skill sets we have, I think we'll definitely be a lot better out there, and we're excited to compete. And some other teams now are dealing with some of the injuries and setbacks that we had in the beginning of the season. So everybody will deal with it. So we're excited to just kind of keep moving forward and have our whole group together.
For sure. I really appreciate that answer. And just building off of this idea of players coming in and out, I guess what I want to understand from you is what should fans know and understand about those reasons that players come in and out and why Unrivaled is just different circumstantially from the W?
Yeah, well, I just think it's a unique, especially in year one. It's just a unique setup for them, and I think that was part of the flexibility. Was hey, we're gonna essentially in this amazing startup, we're gonna figure out things as we go, but we also want to meet you where you are. And some players had commitments from a year ago. Some of them are personal in nature, which and that's the stuff they have. So I'm actually proud that our leadership has met people where they are, and everybody remains excited. And we know as a staff, some people will be in and out, but we're ready for whenever they get back. If it's 9 o'clock at night, 6 in the morning, so they can get their work in. And we're here to serve. And I think that's been the spirit the whole time. And so it makes it unique. It's not always ideal if you don't have everybody in practice or a game, but like in this year one, I've just been so excited that and everybody's wanting to be here and get back as soon as possible and stuff. So it's been great.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thanks. We'll take one more from Noah and then wrap.
Adam, just a logistical question. As far as just the environment, you've been in a lot of basketball environments. How would you describe what a game night at Unrivaled feels like? I know you've been there as a fan or just viewing, but also when you're coaching.
Yeah, it's awesome. It has the same game day feel. Like tomorrow we'll have shoot around. We'll have some players shoot prior to shoot around. Everybody wants to feel like they've got their individual work in and their developments in there. And then we have our pregame warm up slots before the game. You have a little team meeting. Any last questions? Hey, this is what we really want to focus on offensively. This is what we're gonna need to do defensively. So it kind of has that feeling. Some of the differences are the games go by really fast, which is unique. You know what I mean? So if you're doing really well, it goes by fast. If you're not doing well, it goes by fast. So, and then the other unique thing is like the third quarter becomes arguably the most statistically important one. Because you can be tie game with 2 minutes to go in the third and they go on a 9-0 run. And that's a tough thing to make up, in the fourth quarter. So it's unique in its challenges of learning that, focusing on certain possessions, valuing the ball. Same thing in the fourth quarter. Obviously, the time is not important at all in the sense. So you really got to value each possession, whether you're trying to make a comeback, whether you're trying to finish the game off or hold this lead. So those are kind of different, but as far as the preparation prior to it, very similar. And then, like I said, it goes by fast. It ends up kind of being like a not a pickup run, but like, things, 45 minutes to an hour, you're getting this incredible workout, intense competitive environment, but you have to execute at the same time. So I think it's a unique setup for development.
All right, we'll wrap there. Thanks, guys.